Hey guys, I'm just doing a quick intro before the real intro of this video because I just wanted to let you know that this video is actually edited by Toon Noah. If you want to get your videos edited, you can go to his Fiverr and you can see what kind of stuff he can do in this video, so enjoy. Hello friends, it is I, MysteriousGoofBall. I haven't recorded anything like this in a long time, so it's going to be different. I just recently put out a video like the other day, which you can see on my screen here, the weird, creepy, strange video. This started off a long time ago when I just thought it would be fun to put a little secret message code thing on my Twitter in my bio right here. As you can see, I had this code and I thought it was fairly simple and people would get it a little sooner, so I just put it there and sort of announced and like, hey, try to solve the code or whatever. That was June. How long ago has it been? It's been 3 months. Yeah, 3 months, I think almost exactly. And no one could figure it out for whatever reason. So I kept giving hints. If we go down here, first hint, which was maybe a couple days or a couple weeks after, was this one. Which is the /screenshot_.png. It was just random out of nowhere. Didn't really say it was a hint, but because it was so random, it, kind of makes sense. Then the next one I gave was maybe a month later, I feel like. Oh yeah, it was like 2 months later. That was a long time. Then I said the key is in the URL, and that's because some people had started picked it back up and were trying to figure it out. And I wanted to give them some more hints without giving it away. The last one right here, I guess, is one of the last ones, the /playlist blah blah blah, which is like part of a link. Then I uploaded the video right here. The last one I gave right here is this little riddle which I came up with, which I actually think is kind of cool. I think it was a pretty good riddle. It rhymes nicely. And finally, I guess that was enough, and they finally figured it out. Square, Indigo, and Joe Razor is how I pronounce your name. I don't know how you normally pronounce it. They figured it out. Mostly Square struggled a lot at the beginning, but he got it in the end. I thought it was a lot of fun. Hopefully it was a lot of fun to solve. But I actually wanted to make a video to show what I did and a lot of the stuff I did for like this video, editing this video, and also what all the clues and all the hints were if you weren't following, since it was in a private chat for some reason that Square made before I made my own on my Discord. He made a private chat on Noah's Discord for my code that was invite only, instead of me making a public one on mine until like a couple days ago. Let's start with the first thing. We've got this code here, right? I'm going to, can I open a new link? Here's the first one. This will work. So it's my bio. We've got these codes here which don't really make a lot of sense when you first look at them. It's got an underscore here and a dash there, and that kind of confused a lot of people because they were they were thinking it was something different when it wasn't. Then if we go to the next code, which I have to scroll down for, yeah, we got this here, which doesn't really lead to anything. It was just sort of a hint to try to get people on the right path of what the code means. Then this is another one, and that's just plain, just a hint. The key is in the URL, and that still doesn't seem to help. I did this one, which this is actually kind of interesting. If you just Google this playlist, it brings up some random stuff. Is it only one page? It's only one page. And yeah, it doesn't really bring up a whole lot. It brings up some YouTube channels. But if you do youtube.com/ and then /playlist and you paste that in, then it takes you directly to this playlist, which is on the Spanish Chair YouTube account. So you can see here, and yes, in case you didn't know already, I do manage this account. Interesting story, I'll have to get into another time. And then we've got this here. This right here is just binary for Spanish Chair. It means nothing. It's just weird things. And we got this video in this playlist, which it just has that weird sound in there. And as you can see, this isn't the recording. This is how laggy it is. I'll try to put links to a lot of this stuff in the description if I can remember. And the title is just CDN, which I'll explain later. And then we've got this down here, which, did it update? It did update. Okay, I updated this. Although it was pretty much when the code, all of it was over. A lot of this stuff people didn't figure out. They just, because none of this, it's not a path like follow this step, then you get to this part, then you get to this part, and you solve that, and then you get to the final end code. It's kind of like solve this code. This is a hint which might help you solve it. Another hint that might help you solve it. So this right here, which is code, isn't actually necessary. I was just trying to help, and they couldn't even figure this out, which I can't actually explain this because this won't really give anything away. These are all dates. They're dates. This is June 23rd, 2019, which is when I posted. Which one is it? I posted this one. This was on June 23rd, 2019. Go back here. The next one is July 1st, 2019, which is when we did this one. Then the next one is September 8th, 2019, which is when I posted this hint, September 8th, 2019. And then the last one is September 24th, 2019, which is when I posted this. Is it when I posted this one? Oh no, I didn't include this one because that you would know that this is a clue because you find the channel. The next one was this one, which is September 24th, which is the riddle, which was after this video was uploaded. I just went in and edited that. And then I also had a Twitter link to the first thing here, so people might know what's going on a little more. And nobody could figure that out. Nobody, well actually Square did finally figure out what this is. This is actually a spectrogram, and let me pull up Audacity. If we drag this in here, and this just converts it to audio, and we can go here in Audacity. Audacity is free, and you go to spectrogram mode. Voila, there it is, boom. So we have find the missing link, we have CDN, which is the title of the video, and I just figured I'd put it in the title because I didn't know what else to think to put in there. Then we just have Spanish chair, just because Spanish chair, why not? So that's what that was. And then if you really look, which you can't see it because it's so laggy, in the back you can sort of see it in this first frame. It's C, D, and N, but it's so staticky and faded and laggy and low quality you can't even tell. And then also if you look really carefully, squint your eyes and use your imagination, you really can't see it. You can maybe see, like, there's some red there. There's actually the Spanish chair back there. He's sort of going up and down because that's how the effect that I used worked, and I didn't know how to turn it off at the time. And then the next one I gave was this one. The next thing I did was this video, which you can watch if you want. I'm not going to play it right now, and I'll show some stuff on that later. But the next one was this one, which is just a riddle. If all your guesses are amiss and all ideas have run out, find the chair and ask him this: what's your channel all about? And that's basically, I capitalized about because that's an important part. What's your channel all about? Find the chair. The Spanish chair YouTube channel. What's your channel about? We go here. If you go in the description, you see this right here. This is binary for SC, stands for Spanish chair. Also, if you go in my Discord, so yeah, here's the Discord. You can see the channel is called this binary, which is, it's SC. And then this just takes to the video. I had it take to the Twitter before I upload the video, but I changed it so it would take you to the video. So that's that. And so it doesn't really mean anything. It's just basically, hey, this is a part of the clues and stuff. And when you click on it, it takes you here. It's a sort of blurry picture of, this is like a Discord logo that's been altered and stuff. And then you can see there's a link up here. You can see the link of this. And then I also have it where I'm clicking on the copy link option. And if we take this image, I'm gonna open GIMP. Alright, so I found a way to make it brighter, but because this video has gone through so much, it is like extremely blurry. All the colors are messed up. You can see everything's so pixelated that you can't actually see anything. But this link does take you to that picture. So if I find that link, which I can, so if I just paste this, and then let's just brighten it up. Actually, let's scale it down just a little bit. Or I could just do that. There we go, that's better. Now if we just brighten this up, Well, you can sort of see a little bit, like right here. It says repair the URL, and then this says connect the pieces. Doesn't really mean much, other than I'm again trying to give hints to a URL and all that stuff. But yeah, there is something back behind that, and that link does take you to that picture. And so the big thing here that I wanted to give really was copying the link, because in this video it said find the missing link, and then also in here no, that's not the right one. Where's that video? Here we go. This video I said put the pieces together. I gave Square just a direct hint, just said put the clues together. So here I was like repair the URL, whatever I said, put the pieces together or whatever. And that's just put everything, all the clues together. And I'm mostly talking about this right here, this clue. I wanted to be put together with this right here. Not to mention, CDN does have a meaning. It doesn't stand for anything. It literally just means this right here, this cdn.discordapp.com, right? So it's the CDN there. I didn't want to say discordapp.com. That's sort of what the picture was for. It's like it's Discord. It's Discord and it's CDN. It's /screenshot_.png, and then we've got 3 sets of numbers here. We've got an underscore, we got a dash, and so if you take this here, you put a ///screenshot_ this number here .png, then what you get, put that in, boom, that's it. That's all it's leading to. It wasn't that complicated. I made this on my phone. I just took a screenshot of me saying I, Mysterious Goofball, am the Spanish chair, put a picture of the Spanish chair, took a screenshot, cropped it, then got the link to that picture, and then just I just got those numbers and just pasted them into my bio or whatever it's called on my Twitter. I'm like, hey, if you can figure this out, good for you. Because people started like, hey, let's work together and get this thing figured out. I'm like, I'll give some more hints. And then they still couldn't figure it out, and I started getting frustrated, and I didn't want to give it away, but I did have fun making like this video here. This was interesting to do, to make the weird sounds and stuff. And also this one video was a lot of fun. I'm gonna put you there, put you back in full screen. There we go. But yeah, this is all I was leading towards. That's what it is. That's the whole thing. Another thing I will say, this is specifically for Square. Hold on, let me find it. So I had given him a hint saying that I'd done something similar with a thumbnail from Evo. There it is. This here, in case you're wondering. So I'm going to type that in. So I gave that as a hint, and he found that thumbnail, and I told him that one of these thumbnails was similar to the clue I was getting. It's literally just a URL. It's not code, it's a URL. So if we type that in, 1ROBHZ3I3X_WZZN7A, you literally don't need anything else. You paste that. The only option is it brings up the page to the Spanish chair. And if you look at this here, that is the exact same as this up here. I just copied this last part of the channel, and it's like my channel ID or whatever. So if you put in youtube.com/channel and then that, or you can even just Google it, then you get that option. Now, the last thing I want to say is I wanted to explain how I did some of the stuff in this video, because I thought this was a lot of fun, and I want to explain some of the cool stuff I did here. So I have this here. This is the Spanish chair, and let me find Spanish chair. Let me find some of the pictures I used. I don't know why it's in light theme. Normally it's in dark theme, I thought. That's interesting. That's the thumbnail. Meh. That was my old thumbnail, but YouTube's auto-generated thumbnail with the glitchy stuff in the background looked better, so I actually just pasted it in. But yeah, that's the old thumbnail. And then oh yeah, that's that. This is the code in the background, and I got like 4 different types, and then I just had them like a split second apart, and they were just on a loop. So I made like 10 minutes worth of that. This is the actual picture, which when the background disappears, it's a lot creepier, isn't it? So I like had parts of him glitching out a little bit. Maybe there's another one that shows it better. Nope, not really. Oh, that's unrelated. But yeah, I just had a couple different layers, and the one that was sort of creepy, which was this one, which is called Glitchy Eyes. It's just the eyes and the mouth and stuff separated. I think it's glowing a little bit extra. So what I did was I had a couple different layers to it. Oh, I've got to show the sounds. That's a whole nother thing. So we got the main one, and I'm gonna hide and mute everything except for this. Doesn't really matter. We just play this. You can see I made a whole separate thing and edited the static and stuff on it. Actually, no, this has a static effect. I just edited together the glitching code, and I can show if I go into effects and I turn off the TV stuff. You can see the code in the background, which I think it looks pretty good. It looks very matrixy. And then we just turn it back on, and it adds that extra little bit of layer of glitchiness and stuff. And then you got the eyes, which just make it glow a little bit extra. Another benefit of that is when I added a transition from dark to this part right here, the very beginning, I didn't add it to the eyes, so the eyes were glowing, and I kept it in because it was kind of creepy. Only it lasts for like half a second. And also at the end, as this first one is fading away, the eyes stick around, and I think like that frame especially is pretty creepy. I added some static sound, which is like as quiet as I could get it too. And then there's the spooky background sound, which sounds like almost like breathing or something. And I really like that sound. And then we just got me talking, and just that by itself isn't that scary, so I had to add other layers.
Is he finally putting the mysterious in?
So yeah, there's that. And so that's all of the effects done there. It's fairly simple, but it was fun to make. The next thing, which is a little more interesting, is we go into Audacity. Let's see. I know I have them somewhere. So yeah, this is all that's in the spooky background sound. It's just the same 3 sounds repeated, and then multiple. Is it freezing? Oh, it froze. Whatever. And then it's just multiple of those on different tracks that start at different times. Oh, what happened there? Did I scroll out? Oh, I did. Because I tried to scroll down. So yeah, it's just it's at slightly offset, and there's like 5, 6, 7 of them or something. And if we just mute all of them except for one, should be all of them. And we got this one here. You can hear what it sounds like. Sounds almost like it's underwater or something. So yeah, by itself it's not that much. And I have 10 minutes of this too. We take all of this and let's go to change speed. And now if we slow it down, we preview it. It's just, that's it. It's me saying Spanish chair over and over again. Spanish chair 3 times. I sort of whisper it, and then I just change like the pitch and make it a lot lower, and then I slow it down a whole bunch. And that's it. That's how I made the creepy background sounds, which I think it sounds awesome in the end. If I unmute everything, 10 minutes of this, and it does loop. When it's all slowed down and you have multiple layers, it sounds pretty creepy. This is just
Interesting.
yeah, by itself. If I take this, I just slowed it down a little bit and also changed the pitch.
Interesting.
Oh, that's way too high. Hold on. Interesting. That's about right. Interesting. You clicked on this video. But because it's slowed down, it sounds a lot glitchier. Let me change the speed and just speed it up a little bit. Interesting. You clicked on this video. You must be curious. But most of the creepiness of all of that is literally just me trying to sound creepy. The funny things about this though is, you know, a lot of this, I didn't know what I was going to say. I sort of thought about the beginning and what I was going to say, and then there's like 5 minutes of silence as I think, what do I say now? And I just cut out all the silence. And at one point, I had coughed, and I decided to actually keep that in because it was kind of funny. I moved it near the end, and then at the very end, I also I self-promote and like sort of changed my voice a little bit while still keeping this creepy voice. And I'm like acting like a normal YouTuber or whatever. And it's like ring the bell. And then the last thing is when I say Spanish chair. This is like the creepiest Spanish chair I've ever said.
Spanish chair.
And that was me trying to sound creepy. Let me change the speed. Spanish chair. That's probably about right. Let me slow it down a little bit. And let's change the speed and change the pitch back to probably what it normal was. Spanish chair. So that's probably about what it sounded like, actually. Spanish chair. That's basically my normal voice. I'm gonna do it.
Spanish chair.
All slowed down, it sounds a lot creepier. So that ended up working out pretty well. I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. It is a little cringy, but I think it's funny how it's a little cringy. Some parts are kind of hard to understand, but whatever. I do want to keep doing codes like this because it was a lot of fun to make the video and do things like that and to find ways of hiding clues and stuff. And so I'm thinking of doing more, and I'll post videos which is basically like a solve my code kind of thing. Not quite the same level as the first one I did. I could do stuff similar to that or try new things of somewhat creepy or just mysterious ways of, you know, getting people to start finding code. And I actually have always wanted to do like a more of a lore and story of the Spanish chair because I've had a lot of ideas, and also everyone wants to know what the meaning of Spanish chair is, and I'm going to reveal that at some point. And yes, the Spanish chair does have a meaning, and I will say a few people have actually figured it out. But yeah, I'm not going to say that right now because that is probably actually my biggest secret, and I may have lied when I said that this was my biggest secret. This is not the biggest secret. I want to get into more of the lore of Spanish chair and try to do more of a story with it, and you would have to like solve codes or find hidden diaries or something, and I've already come up with a few ways to hide some of those codes. I'm not going to give anything away because I want to use some of the stuff that I did now, find some new techniques and new ways of hiding code and doing fun stuff like that. And I'm going to, hopefully be doing more of that. Let me know if you would want to do that, because I know a lot of people that subscribed are here from the cow farm, are here from Evolution in a Nutshell, and then there's a few people who are here for Minecraft, and probably only like 5 of you actually are interested in solving codes, if even that many. So let me know if you guys would be interested in maybe doing some of that. Anyways, that's gonna be the end of this video. I'm really sad that my thumbnail glitched out so crazily at the end. Anyways, that's gonna be it for me. I guess I'll see you guys in the next episode or code thing or whatever I decide to upload in like maybe a month, maybe sooner if I can get around to this code stuff soon. Alright, well, thanks for watching this video. I hope you liked it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Spanish chair.